Claire has a personal vendetta to settle with this spoon.
Correct.
There's
No.
she's not doing this for any particular reason for the episode. She's just doing.
It's gonna be gone now.
How do I do it?
I would go this way.
No. Ah. Hey everyone, I'm Claire. We're in the BA Test Kitchen, and today I'm making gourmet tater tots. This makes it look like I've already made them, and that's mine, and that's the original, because they're on the identical plates.
That's a wrap.
Right, I'm done. I don't know of a single person who doesn't unequivocally love tater tots, myself included. It's a perfect food. What is more delightful in the world than a tater tot? Of all the gourmet makes in history, there's no difference in enjoyment when I'm an adult as when I was a kid. They're still as incredible as ever. First of all, potato. One of the greatest foods in the world. So versatile, so delicious, so satisfying. And then a tater tot might be one of the finest expressions of potato. People say tater tots to mean all different brands, but technically tater tot is a trademark of Ore-Ida Potato Company. A tater tot is shredded potato. I don't really know. I don't know how they make them, but they're somehow bound together and fried in little tiny nuggets. They're so good. I mean, they look the same frozen. So that kind of makes me feel like in the tater tot factory, they're more like par fried, but they also at the same time hold together so well. They're also uniform. They're just so good. It's like the perfect amount of like crispy outside, crunchy, soft, kind of creamy inside. They're just, I really want to eat some. Can I go get some ketchup? I cannot eat these without Heinz ketchup. I love ketchup so much. They're perfect. They're perfect. It cannot be improved upon. We should just, everyone take a plate and go home. Tots. Tater tots. Greatest food ever created.
Yeah, agree.
Like, I could probably eat in one sitting, maybe like 45 tater tots. They're so good.
So fascinated. It's like these like weird pebbles of like seemingly like kind of like par steamed potatoes that then have almost like this slurry around them.
I know. Whatever the binding is
Binding.
incredible. What's more delightful than a fried potato?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You know what I nailed this in 2 days?
Ooh, you think so?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Oh, tater tot casserole.
What is the casserole, and then you just put tater tots on top?
Well, I think it's traditionally beef, frozen mixed vegetables, and cream and mushroom soup, and then you top it with tater
Whoa,
tots.
really?
But we could like do all scratch.
If you make the filling,
Yeah, I can do that.
is that a deal?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, I love this idea. So you can see that there are distinct shreds of potato and a really thin, even golden crust. I think barrel is a good word to describe the shape. They are kind of cylinders, but the cylinders actually seem to have a little bit of dimension to them. Like there's sort of a flat side. It's not a totally round cross section, if that makes sense. Let me clear this off because it's too annoying to reach around these bags to eat them.
You made these?
No. What? We started like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, I don't know.
These are original. The 2 plates is throwing every single person off.
Here's what's so wonderful about tots. There's a whole world inside. There's a lot of textural variance
Yes.
on the inside of the tot. You know I go look for tots almost every day
Daily.
in the cafeteria.
Mm-hmm. Potatoes are fascinating.
They're so cool. So
I know.
weird.
Tots. I'm going to take some measurements. The length is 3 centimeters. The diameter in one direction is 2.1 centimeters. So we're just going to call it 2 centimeters. That's it. That's all it mentions, right? I want to try taking one apart and separating out some of the pieces to get an idea of particle size. There's pieces like this that are a larger piece, and then there's also this size, which is much, much smaller. I feel like the pieces are shaggy, so that they're not smooth. Like if you were to look at this up close, it would have a very irregular texture. You can sort of see that there's a coating. The coating it is a very sealed exterior. Time for my favorite part, reading the ingredients. Potatoes, vegetable oil blend, soybean and cottonseed, salt, yellow corn flour, dextrose, sodium acid, pyrophosphate, parentheses, to retain natural color, close parentheses, dehydrated onion, sodium acid sulfate, natural flavor. All right, there's a lot of interesting stuff there. It's fascinating to me that there are things I've never heard of that we haven't yet seen in gourmet makes. We've never had any kind of compound start with the prefix pyro. Is to retain the color. Potatoes, when you grate them, I think it's an enzyme. There's an enzyme in them that immediately makes them start to turn brown. So makes sense that they're putting something in here to prevent browning. I would love to find out more about how they're made. We're gonna go over to the computer and do a little bit of research. Go along, Dan. No, I'm just kidding. No, don't. No, don't. I'm gonna hit the light.
Let's do it.
That's too close to the computer. What if I hit the light? No, don't. No, you were throwing it back at me. What?
Nice.
Is the internet not working? Oh,
you need
Wi-Fi. There we go. Tater tots, or just tots, created in 1953 when Ore-Ida founders were trying to figure out what to do with leftover slivers of cut up potatoes. They chopped up the slivers, added flour and seasoning, then pushed the mash through holes and sliced off pieces of the extruded mixture. Thus, tots were born. All right, I mean, that pretty much tells me how it's made.
Tater tots have appeared on the menus of some of the finest restaurants in the country.
Oh,
Like Chef David Kinch's 3 Michelin star rated Manresa in Los Gatos, California.
I make them fancy tater tots. Sometimes they're called pomme paillon.
Okay, so that's David Kinch, famous chef, and that is the potato preparation that I was going to make. He said pomme paillon, I think, is what he's, and I don't really know how to spell that, so I'll have to do some research. But this is good stuff right here. Okay, paillasson, that's what he's saying. David Kinch, pomme paillasson. So let's see this. Sorry, it's really loud.
The fancy name is pomme paillon. It will remind you of tater tots. For this, I'm just using regular russet potatoes.
This feels like cheating.
Next thing I'm going to do is grate the potatoes.
Oh well. So he is poaching raw potato in duck fat, and then the starches are coming out so that they get that gummy texture.
Pomme paillon, tater tots on steroids.
Some people said that was cheating, but I don't think so. I like the idea of approaching tater tots using sort of a classic method based on sound potato cookery. If that works, I think it could be a really neat way to recreate like a classic Ore-Ida tater tot.
Are you going to feel refreshed when you get back from vacation?
I'm going on vacation. I'm hoping to come back not sleep deprived, having read several books, having not looked at my phone or computer for a week, and just completely born again. Vacation's so great. I hadn't taken vacation in so long. You know, you have to really make it a priority, vacation. Otherwise, I'll never do it. That was my problem. I feel great. I want to go back. Take me back. I remember where we left off, so I can kind of get started right away. I'm going to go for it, I think, the whole way through. David Kinch cooked his potatoes in duck fat. I'm just going to use oil. The potatoes are in water because that prevents oxidation so they don't brown. And Rhoda's helping me put together the shredder on the food processor. There we go. I'm only using oversized kitchen tools today, I've decided. Does it make me look very small? Because it's so big. So this is, you take the blade out and it has this little connector piece that goes down where the blade connects, and this disc spins, and it's a really super fast shredder. By the way, I feel like I should say something about potatoes, which are that potatoes are one of my favorite foods, and in fact, in my mind, one of the most amazing ingredients I could possibly work with. So I think after I shred them, I'm going to pulse them with the blade in the food processor to break them up a little bit and leave some larger and then get some into smaller, finer bits. They're amazing and they're so delicious, and they get crispy and they're creamy, fluffy. You can puree them, you can fry them, you can roast them. They're so good. I'm gonna put the potatoes directly into the oil so they don't continue to oxidize. Maybe a tiny bit of garlic to make it a little more savory. Okay, so I'm gonna go grab some rosemary because it tastes so good. I think that actually that particle size looks pretty good. I'm not really basing that on any actual first-hand knowledge. Okay, so I'm gonna get this on the burner. French fried potatoes, roasted potatoes, boiled potatoes. I love a boiled potato so much. It doesn't look like much, but things are happening. There's little kind of slow, fine bubbles happening all around, and the texture of the potatoes is changing. You can see that they're going translucent. The French really do great things with potatoes. They do pomme boulangère. That's a classic one. And what I remember from the video is that I do want to actually fully cook the potato. I maybe just wanted to have the tiniest hint of that kind of raw, starchy texture. I kind of feel like maybe it's almost done. There's roasted potatoes. There's boiled potatoes, which I love. Boiled potatoes, parsley potatoes, just like peeled, boiled, like creamy potatoes with butter and parsley, salt, so good. Baked potato, French fries. I'm gonna check on the doneness of the potatoes. It is super gummy. Considering there's no salt, it tastes pretty good. You can see how they are like clumping together because they're just so sticky. In fact, much stickier than I kind of imagined they would be.
Are you gonna try and introduce like another dip to the equation?
Oh,
Or?
I hadn't thought about it actually.
Oh, you know what is amazing? There's this place in Philly called Chicky and Pete's, and they do crab fries, but they do it with
love Old Bay.
a white cheese dipping sauce that's like American cheese, cheddar, and maybe Monterey Jet. I don't want to speak for them. I don't know what their proprietary blend is.
Okay.
But it's so good.
Will you look into it and tell
I'll
me
look
what's
into
in
it.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Delaney. Okay, these are going to continue to drain. They've already released a fair amount of oil. And in the meantime, I'm going to pluck out the garlic and stuff. The garlic is just there for flavoring the oil. It's not going to be in the tots.
Claire.
Oh, what's in it?
In the 45 seconds since I've last seen you,
Uh-huh.
I've just read an article about how this person like went on a mission to find out what the cheese sauce was. Mm-hmm. It's just American cheese and water to thin it out.
What?
Melted American cheese and water.
Wow. Love a recipe like that. It's like one ingredient. Ooh, like look at it. It's just like one big ball of sticky potato.
Looks like you made a big matzo ball.
Wow, I thought it was going to be maybe a challenge to get it to hold, but it's really so sticky. I don't want to shock anyone with the amount of salt that I'm going to use, but I want to be generous.
Oh my god, that already looks like a tater tot. I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
They got me some beef. We're gonna make casserole.
What kind of casserole?
Tater tot casserole.
Oh my god, that kind of casserole.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You're gonna be ready before the meat. This
Man.
is gonna be a
So
one-day
you're
gourmet
gonna jinx
meal.
it. Oh my
No,
god.
man.
Well, you can say it. I can't say it.
It's basically perfect already, Dan. Did
Oh.
you get a good look in here?
Thanks. I'm going to cut this into a grid and then I'll have like little rectangles. I'll just have to wait and see what the texture is like after they chill. This is going to go into the fridge. Ooh, just shocked myself.
So, I'm working on my job while also trying to make some tater tot casserole. I've got some short ribs over here. I'm gonna sear it in here and then deglaze with some beer. It's gonna get a bunch of cremini mushrooms. So these guys are gonna sear up, get nice and brown. Traditionally, tater tot casserole is cream of mushroom soup and ground beef, so we're stepping it up a little. It's gourmet tater tot casserole.
The mixture is cool. I would say it's cooled. It's super firm. One thing that I'm not totally pleased about is the color, because the inside of a tot is like pretty bright white, and these potatoes have started to take on a gray tone. I kind of thought after coming out of the oil they would all be so coated that they weren't going to further oxidize, but it seems like they are. Really never seen anything like it. It's really neat. It kind of has like a wobble and is like really solid. Like it springs back. I'm wondering if I'm going to have a hard time forming it, but let's see. I'm going to cut it into a grid, roughly tater tot size. Seems like I'll get a pretty even number out of all of these. Now that I've cut it into portions, I'll weigh each portion and then I'll have an easier time forming them because they'll all be uniform. I just feel like there's got to be a quicker way to get these into nice, even cylinders. It's still not quite long enough.
What is that?
What?
That's potato?
It's potato.
The colors.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
know.
really enticing. I wonder what they put to those to keep them.
Oh, it's sodium acid pyrophosphate.
Sure, I have some in my pocket. Why don't you
Yeah,
use it?
every kitchen has some of that.
I'm sure they're delicious.
Look, I'm just gonna get through this test. I'll deal with the color later. I need a form. This is annoying. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm just trying to see what we have to spark some kind of an idea. I'm hungry. I think it's time for lunch. Do we have funnels?
Funnels?
Yeah.
I do.
I won't destroy it.
Okay.
Oh, can I
Yes,
hold on? Can I
yes,
hold on to it for a second?
You're not gonna destroy it, right?
No, I promise.
Right?
I promise.
Okay.
I feel like that's a good size. The only thing is I wish it was more cylindrical. It's kind of tapered. I also do kind of want to destroy it, even though I just told Gabby I wouldn't.
What about the cookie cutter?
Yes. Why didn't I think about that?
I don't know, because you want to make it. You want to
I don't make it hard.
real, yes.
What?
Apple corer.
Gabby, you're so smart.
Sometimes.
No, all the time, truly. I'm going to test if this is the right size. It's a little bit narrow, but I think it's going to work. I think this is like kind of perfect. So I'm going to go back to the pieces that I already formed. I wish that I had some kind of piston to push it through. Gabby, where'd you put the other one? Okay, thank you. I need to destroy this. Oh no, I don't think it's going to work. Just bend it back and pretend like nothing ever happened. No one say anything. It's fine.
Did it work?
No, it's okay. Don't tell anyone. Oh, I have an idea. I already used this once today. Let me just see if I can do this without sawing off a piece. No, I can't quite. I need the saw. Gabby, do we have a hand saw?
Oh wait, but we have all this new equipment we got. Oh my God, Claire, you were here. Ta-da!
Whoa.
One day, every brand send us so much stuff.
Wow.
We can build a house.
If anyone's watching who's in the tool industry, we need new tools. Look at this thing. This thing's older than Claire. Look at this battery. They don't even make this thing anymore.
Why isn't this going on? I broke it. What's happening here? Aha. Okay. Oh, hi.
Whoa.
Billy, I need your help.
Well, I need your help.
Really? With
Yeah.
what?
Well, I was just going to ask you what you thought of this, but...
Oh my God, that sounds fun. I'll try it.
Yeah, definitely get intoxicated before you use this stuff.
Perfect.
It's a shandy, so...
Oh, it's basically water. Okay, it's delightful. I want more lime.
Okay, cool.
Wait, don't go anywhere.
I'm just going to put it over here.
Okay, so I'm going to tighten this, and then clamp. Just keep going.
There has to be a better way to do that.
I'm a lefty, by the way. Oh my God, this is going to be so easy. Okay. That was so fun and easy.
So, let's just cut some more. All right, let's...
I think this is like my thing now. Now that I tighten this, how do I get it off?
You just spin it the other way.
I know, but it's like really... Oh, there.
Yeah, you got it.
I got it.
There's a rhyme about it.
No, I know, but here's the thing. I've said this many times. It goes in a circle. There's no left or right. It's clockwise, counterclockwise. Thank you.
Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
I know, I never understood that, to be honest.
What do you mean? It's like the best thing ever. Righty-tighty.
I don't want this on the camera.
Spin it right.
If I'm turning this to my left, that's your right.
But
So
start
what
from
I'm
there.
saying-
Start from there.
Right, which is your left. But I'm saying no one would
No, but
ever
if-
start from the bottom.
But I'm saying that I would.
You know, Claire, you do a lot of things that other people might not do.
So you form them in here, right?
Okay.
You give it like a little tamp, tamp, tamp. And then it's brilliant.
Brilliant is subjective in this situation.
But you agree.
Yes.
Right. This gets loaded into press, 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 and then I'm gonna just keep forming one at a time in a little bit of an assembly line.
Oh my God, that worked out perfect.
I know!
What?
The oil's at 340. I'm gonna do half of this batch, no coating. I'm gonna drop these guys in. Oh yeah, they're all sticking to the bottom. Oh, they stuck so bad. Are they all just falling apart now? Oh my God, they're sticking to each other. They're sticking to the spoon. These have completely fused together into one, like Franken-tot. Okay, problem number one. They are so sticky that they stick to the bottom of the pot and they stick to each other. So that's not great. 2, they are getting kind of grayer by the minute. That's not super appealing. 3 is getting kind of craggy. And then it's getting really nice crispy bits, but they're just kind of like not getting as uniformly golden. Although I guess tater tots themselves aren't super uniform either. But that's why I feel like I'm gonna need some kind of a coating. I think it will help to seal the potato. The potato gets really crispy, but it retains some of that gumminess in the tot. That's like not totally appealing. One positive thing is it has distinct bits, which you can see. They just need to be less gummy. I'm wondering if I worked the mixture too much. So I'm gonna take a little potato starch and dust some of the tots in the potato starch to kind of seal everything. I'm not quite sure how much to add. I might have to drop them in one at a time and keep them moving until they're set on the outside.
Can I say something without you getting offended?
What?
I'm like an aftertaste.
What's the aftertaste?
My tongue feels dry.
I think I'm done.
Did I poison you guys? Did I mean to? Maybe not. Maybe I did. So I'm just kind of agitating it, really hoping that it doesn't fall apart. Actually, it does seem to be much less sticky. Oh, they stuck together. Oh no, I'm gonna take this guy out. This was the first one I added. You can see that the surface itself is rather pale and then the ends are super golden. This seems like an improvement. They're less sticky and they're holding their shape. They look like perfect little cylinders. This guy looks great. Look at the tots. They're so cute. They held together extremely well. The surface stayed smooth. They seem very crispy. I think I'm really on the right track with the potato starch on the outside. The two main issues now are color and texture of the potato in the interior. And I have some thoughts about that. Wait, I'm so worried about this aftertaste. The crew ate the first batch, and apparently there was a lot of talk about having an issue with dry mouth afterwards. And I'm a little freaked out by it. I mean, I just ate one, we'll see. I think it's that I worked that potato mixture so much. There's just so much starch that was released from the potatoes that like that starch in your mouth is, I don't really know what's happening, but I think it's like giving everyone that very like uncomfortable dry mouth effect. Here's my plan. Because I want a mixture that has fluffier potato texture and not so much gumminess, I'm going to do the same thing, but only with half the amount of potatoes, and then substitute in the other half with a boiled grated potato to get some of that fluffy texture in and hopefully get like a best of both worlds mix. I don't know if I have to poke holes if I'm boiling, but I'll just poke a couple. These potatoes are done. They're basically fully cooked all the way through. These are gonna go into the fridge overnight, and then in the morning, I'm gonna grate them and do that whole oil poaching step again with fresh potatoes. So I have a relatively high level of confidence that the next batch, given the learning from today, will be successful. I guess the first thing I'll do is grate the potato that I cooked yesterday that's in the fridge and is cold. No, not while I'm holding coffee. Okay. All right. These are the potatoes I boiled yesterday until tender, and they chilled overnight. They're very firm, even though they're cooked all the way through. Looks like grated cheese. The shreds yesterday were kind of translucent, and these are opaque, and you can see they're really fluffy. I'm gonna do the same thing I did yesterday, which is just pulse the shreds. And I'm going to keep this mixture separate from the poached mixture, and then I'll add them together to kind of get the consistency that I want. I will set this aside. Now I'm gonna move on to the poached shredded potato. And I have oil there from yesterday that was strained. I'm gonna add more oil to it and also add aromatics. Oh, Dan, oh my God, Dan, ah! No, it fell on the floor. It rolled under it. Can I have another one? Thank you. I love peeling potato. Ow! I have not touched one thing in this kitchen over the last 2 days that has not shocked me. It's so annoying. There's some weird current. Ow! Ugh. God, everything's metal. The goal here is to reduce enzymatic browning that happens when you cut raw potato. And so I'm going to add ice cubes and white vinegar because colder water and acidulated water will help prevent that from happening. All right, so these shreds are gonna immediately go back in the water because they'll start browning immediately. I'm gonna transfer about half of this mixture to the food processor. And the next step will be wringing out the potato and transferring it to the oil immediately. This is a method for making potato latkes. I don't know why I didn't do this yesterday, but you squeeze out as much of the moisture from the potatoes as possible, and then it just increases crispiness and improves texture also. And then you'll see, so I have much, much drier pieces, and now directly into the oil. So theoretically, it should not brown. Before I get these on the stove, I'm gonna do one quick step, which is pour off a lot of this water and then strain it to get any potato bits out. And then I'm gonna let this mixture sit and settle because there's a ton of starch in this bowl. And then when it comes time to mix the potato mixture for the filling, I'm gonna add the starch back in. That will help bind everything. I decided that I should look up the actual recipe of pomme paillasson that I watched the video of David Kinch demonstrating. And I'm glad I did because it had some important information I ignored the first time. The first piece of information is that the oil should be right around 200 Fahrenheit. So you can see I've kept it within a couple degrees on either side of 200. The other piece of information was that the potatoes should be fully cooked almost to the point of falling apart. I fell short of that end point yesterday, so I'm just gonna give these a taste. These have been in here for a little while. feel like they're fully cooked. Now I'm gonna get these out of the oil. I think it looks less gray than yesterday. So now I'm gonna season them generously. And this one is poached in oil, and then this one is grated boiled potato, and I'm going to eyeball it until I get something that looks like a good mix that still binds to itself. And I can also add some of this potato starch to the mixture as well. I'm kind of starting with something that looks a little 50-50. This is like basically a slurry, a starch slurry. I actually get a lot of the rosemary garlic. It's pretty tasty. All right, back into the fridge until this is actually nice and cold and has a chance to just set. I'm going to turn my oil on and get up to 350. And then I'm going to form maybe 3 or 4 tots. Oh my God, I love them. Throw them into the oil, see what happens. I feel like they're done.
They do look a little ghostly on the outside.
Oh, just say good things.
They look like beautiful ghosts.
They look like little beautiful nuggets. Look at how similar they are in size. You look good.
Pretty damn close. Hot.
Actually really tastes rosemary.
It's like a lot of rosemary.
Too salty?
I don't know about too salty, but the rosemary is pretty overpowering.
Overpowering?
I don't know if it's a lot.
Delaney, it's not the answer I was looking for. This was one of those.
It really tastes like rosemary.
You nailed it. Don't change anything. That's more of what I was going for.
What's in there?
Garlic and rosemary. Too much? No,
It's
you
too much
guys.
rosemary.
No. Actually get a lot of the rosemary garlic. It's pretty tasty.
You're millimeters away from perfection.
You're on the doorstep.
Yeah, but
You
I
can't
just
stop
really,
now.
I really don't want to repoach the potatoes. It takes so long.
Perfection
Let's just
takes
edit
as
it-
long
edit
as
it all out.
Do you lie to people, say you did it again? Is there like anything else going on there?
Why? What do you want? You want?
No, there's a flavor, an aftertaste that I don't enjoy.
Actually, can I just say something?
I
Oh.
was gonna say something else about that too, but maybe I won't.
What is the aftertaste?
No, you can't. Wait, yeah, now
It's
we
like almost fishy.
What is that from?
What is the
Oh, it's
fishiness?
the fryer oil.
It might be the.
It's canola.
Canola gets weird.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm reusing it from yesterday.
That's what it is.
Okay, I'll switch. I'll do fresh oil. Delaney, I want you to make that cheese sauce.
Yes.
I don't know if
Told
I
me
have
about
time to do it
yesterday.
today, though.
I think you have time.
If American cheese is in the test kitchen, I will absolutely make it.
I'll
Okay.
prepare my casserole base.
Oh right. Oh damn. Okay, I forgot about that. I can't believe I forgot.
Tater tot casserole. Claire,
I
I've
know.
been working on
Sorry.
it for days.
I know, but Sola, how many? Can you tell me how many I'm gonna
What
need?
is?
It's however.
I don't think I agree with him about the rosemary. I have an idea though. I get shocked by this. I'm really upset. Damn it. Only the oil poached has the rosemary flavor added to it, so my idea is just to add more of the boiled potato, which has that fluffier, nicer texture anyway. And my hope is just that it continues to bind and be formable. I also refreshed the oil over there, so far it seems to be holding together well. I feel a little relieved. I'm just gonna form them until the oil is ready, I guess. And I'm going to do a lighter coating of potato starch. Oh, well, I thought I was going to. Take them out. So here are
Best ones yet?
Here are the tots. I think that this is the best batch yet. Also, one thing we haven't remarked upon, they're not gray, which is good. I feel very good about this. I feel good about the density, sort of how tightly packed the potato particles are. 2, the presence of discrete potato bits. 3, the different sizes of the discrete bits of potato bits. And 4, the amount of coating on the outside of the tot. Very tender. In my mind, it's not the least bit overpoweringly rosemary. In fact, I don't think you would know it was there. Oh, Sola. You don't get a lot of the rosemary. Better, right?
It's a tot.
What happened is what usually happens, which is I'm glad that I made it again. Thank you for pushing me to do that. I think this is the final version. I'm happy with basically every aspect of it. I'm going to just keep forming and frying in batches until I've made some critical mass of tater tots.
What's your plan? You're doing a full bag.
I'm gonna go with as many as it takes until I finish today. Thanks to Sola's help and encouraging words, we actually portioned and formed the full potato mixture. This guy was hidden behind the thermometer. Got a little dark, took on a little bit of color, took it pretty far. I'm gonna put these in the freezer, uncovered, and then before I leave tonight, I will cover them because I don't want to trap any amount of steam that's left in these because it will create a soggy texture. I don't believe in making homemade ketchup because Heinz is perfect, but I will make a homemade mayo, even though there's lots of great store-bought mayo also. Delaney's gonna do cheese sauce. I can do a buffalo sauce, but I'm just making kind of a traditional mayonnaise with egg yolk, oil, and then I'll add a little garlic and lemon to season it. It is absolutely delicious. We'll come back tomorrow. I feel like it'll be smooth sailing from here on out. I've made like a lot of tater tots, so I would consider this successful. Oh my God, casserole. I forgot about casserole. Sola. Casserole. Is it happening? How much time do you need?
I'm ready.
You're ready? All right, so Sola's gonna do casserole. I'm going to cook the remaining tater tots 2 ways, one baked, one deep fried, and then we're gonna dip and taste, and then we go home. Today's Friday, right?
No.
I might make a little buffalo dipping sauce, which is just Frank's Red Hot, and butter. Oh, I knew that was coming. Okay. Maybe I'll work on the one-handed catch next, going forward, you know? Advanced skills. I have 1 stick of butter, which is a half cup of Frank's. To my knowledge, buffalo sauce is just those two things mixed together, so that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, it smells so good.
Does it smell so good?
Oh, you got a haircut.
This morning, literally like
Wow.
half an hour ago.
You look great. You got a job to do.
I know, I'm gonna make my cheese sauce.
Okay, great.
It's just white American cheese, cutting it into roughly 1.5 by 1.5 cubes. We're gonna start with 8 ounces and see if the water to cheese ratio works. The water looks, let's put it one way, gross. It's getting pretty white. Oh, cheese water. It smells like cheese. That's all that it smells like.
That looks so good.
It looks really
good,
and it's like
consistency.
the consistency now is nice.
Yeah.
Needs a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic.
Oh my God, it looks so good.
You can taste it.
All right, can I grab this? Okay.
That's so good, Sol.
When did Sol even make this?
I don't know. Sol hasn't slept in 18 days.
Yeah, seriously. All right, so I'm gonna fill this guy. So this is Sola's short rib and mushroom casserole a la stroganoff. Can we get a bag of tots? Delaney's gonna throw it at you. We'll do the skillet with Ore-Ida, and we're gonna do the baking dish with homemade. My vision is neat rows. Oh well.
Wow. Really nice work. I really like how this one, it's like a full collaboration.
Yeah, I did just as much work as Claire.
Excellent. Now I'm gonna deep fry, and we're gonna taste just the tots on their own. They look great. They look like they got super crispy. And now I'm gonna pour out my dipping sauces. I'm gonna start with ketchup, then buffalo, aioli. Lainey, you ready there with the cheese? Oh, that looks so good.
What's in it? Water and American cheese.
You really are a Philly guy.
A little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of salt.
The garlic powder makes it gourmet.
Yeah.
All right, ready, guys? I'm gonna try with aioli.
Cool.
Are you gonna do cheese sauce?
Yeah, I feel like.
Can I do aioli as well?
Yeah, we can do both. Or maybe we can try multiple.
Claire, that's a very good.
They're really soft on the inside.
I like that they don't fall apart like typical tater tot.
What a lovely interior. Yeah. Fluffy, right? And like not dense, like not so compact. American cheese is just not my thing. But it's really good. But like I only want to eat one thing of it.
So good.
I know. I love the ketchup.
Soup.
You want to try a tater tot?
Yeah. Okay. Classic.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, Claire.
Tater tot.
Like Ore-Ida.
Oh my God, a meal's here? This is the best day ever. A meal.
We made
Sorry.
tater tots for Valentine's Day. Oh, these look perfect.
When you say you made tater tots, what do you mean?
Well, we purchased them. Oh. Nailed it.
Thank you. you want any of the dipping sauces?
Of course I want the dipping sauces.
It's looking, Claire, also, we're looking pretty close over here.
Okay, let's pull those. Oh my god.
Oh, mama.
I cannot believe this.
Sola made the filling. We can't take credit.
Like, you gotta decorate with ketchup.
Oh man.
The shape of these is so perfect and so uniform.
Sola, I think you should do the honors.
Oh boy, how was that?
This looks and smells.
It's so good.
Unbelievable. Is it insanely hot still?
No, the filling is delicious.
It's hot. You did it. I'm gonna have some ketchup.
This I feel like is an appropriate serving size.
Yeah.
It's very rich. Very delicious. Thanks, Sola. You really, let's collab on every single other gourmet mix after this. Would anyone like to try casserole?
Casserole? Oh my god.
Pretty good, right?
So good.
Really good.
This one was fun. I should just work with Sola on every single project.
Done.
It's like beef stroganoff meets shepherd's pie
Yeah.
meets tater tots. I'm gonna
Cheese
steal
sauce?
one.
What's this, aioli?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I like how brown these got.
Alex, thanks for your help on this.
Oh, you're
That was
welcome.
fun, right?
It was a lot of fun.
Tater Tots was a really fun episode. I like working with a raw ingredient like potato. Potatoes are amazing. I love potatoes. This is a summary of the last 4 days. It's nice when skills in gourmet makes are kind of generalizable and have applications outside of just the episode. I wouldn't necessarily sit there and form these tater tots again, but I would definitely make Sola's tater tot casserole again, for sure. It's delicious. Here's how you make gourmet tater tots. Scrub and prick 2 medium russet potatoes all over. Cook in a large pot of boiling water just until firm but tender. Remove the potatoes from the water and let cool completely in the refrigerator. Peel the potatoes and pass through the large shredding disc of the food processor. Working in batches, pulse the shredded potato with the blade of the food processor to break up the shreds. Transfer the mixture to a large bowl and set aside. Peel 2 medium russet potatoes and hold in a large bowl of ice water spiked with 2 tablespoons of distilled white vinegar. Working 1 potato at a time, shred in the food processor and transfer the shredded potato back into the bowl of acidulated water. Switch to the blade and, working in batches, pulse the raw shredded potato to break up the shreds. Transfer back to the water. Using a spider, transfer the raw potato in small batches to a clean kitchen towel. Fold up the ends and wring out the potato as firmly as possible to squeeze out the water. Transfer the dry shreds to a large saucepan filled halfway with vegetable oil. Add a few garlic cloves and a sprig of rosemary to the oil and set the saucepan over medium-low heat. Cook the potatoes at 200 degrees Fahrenheit, stirring often until the shreds are tender and almost falling apart. Then drain immediately and allow all the excess oil to drip off. Fleck out the garlic and rosemary and discard. Scatter the shreds on a lined baking sheet, cover loosely, and chill until cold. When the poached potato is cold, make a 50-50 mixture of the poached and boiled shredded potato. Pour off the acidulated water until all that's left is the thick potato starch that settled to the bottom, and add the starch back to the potato mixture. Season the mixture with salt. Divide the mixture into 6-gram portions. Pack the portions into the end of an apple corer and use the handle of a large wooden spoon to pack the mixture firmly into the corer to form a neat, smooth, tight barrel. Press out the potato barrel onto a lined baking sheet and repeat until you've formed all the portions into tot shapes. Place the tots inside a large sieve and dust with potato starch, moving the tots around so they're evenly coated and dusting off the excess. Fry the tots in 350-degree vegetable oil until deep golden brown and crispy, then drain on paper towels and season with salt. Freeze solid and fry again until crispy, then serve with aioli and ketchup. Scalloped potatoes, potato gratin, twice baked. There's just, I can't believe I didn't even talk about this on day 1, but I just love potato. There's also so many varieties of potato. There's purple potato, there's like fingerling, red skin. We already talked about this?